Already in the car, post Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker review with no spoilers. So don't worry, if you're watching the video, I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens and all that kind of stuff. Turns out Vader's Luke's father. Who knew? Anyway, this movie, I don't know. I've seen some things online, like Rotten Tomatoes, saying it's rotten. I don't know who could not like that movie if you are a Star Wars fan. If you have spent any of your time on this planet enjoying anything Star Wars related, this movie is exactly what you were hoping for. And if it's something other than what you were hoping for, I really don't know what you were hoping for. It's beautiful. Let me just get that right out of the way. It's stunningly beautiful in how it was shot and just the cinematography of it, everything about it, whether it's, some sort of spaceship battle, lightsaber battle, everything about it is beautiful and needs to be seen on the big screen. This is not like I'm going to wait and watch it for the first time at home. No, I don't care how big your TV is at home. It is not going to do it justice as to seeing it on the big screen. If you get in really close to my eyes, you're going to notice they're red. That's because I was crying. Multiple times in this movie. Multiple times. I was in tears at what was going on. Both tears of joy, tears of sadness. There are moments in this movie, if I start thinking about them, I'll tear up again. But there are moments in this movie that take me back to moments that I've had in my life with Star Wars and with my family. And that's bonus. I didn't expect that out of this at all. But I've been fortunate enough to never live on a planet or been at a time when there wasn't Star Wars. Star Wars has always been around. I was born the same year Star Wars came out. So I've never known a world without Star Wars, and I hope I never do. I mean, thankfully, these movies will be around forever, and we will share them like the fables and folklore of yore with our kids. But I hope they continue to tell us new stories and whatnot. But as far as this movie goes, it's long. But it doesn't feel like it. It moves at a breakneck pace, and they do that a little bit to maybe do a little bit of course correction after The Last Jedi. There's definitely a couple things in there where they were going, no, we need to go this way. You kind of took us this way. But the performances are top notch from everybody, whether they're a small supporting character or, of course, your leads like Kylo Ren and Rey. Adam Driver's fantastic. Daisy Ridley, of course, great as Rey. Everybody from top to bottom, even Carrie Fisher, who wasn't really in the movie. They just used old footage, but even that was seamless. And I was so glad that she was part of this. And, being her last film, she could not have gone out on a higher note. I'm glad this was her last movie and not The Last Jedi, which I've come to not hate as much as I initially did, but it's not. This is really, at this point, all I need to do is say thank you, J.J. Abrams. What you have done is there could not have been a better fitting way to wrap up the Skywalker saga than what was done in this movie. I could sit here and think of 1,000 different storylines that you could have done, and none of them would have been as good or as apropos or as perfect as what was done in The Rise of Skywalker. It's pretty much everything that a Star Wars fan has wanted in their entire life. There's nothing missing. There's humor, there's romance, there's action, there's adventure, there's the mythology of the Sith and the Jedi. Everything is in this movie. It really is easily one of the best films I've seen of all year, and it ranks right up there with Empire and Rogue One as some of the best Star Wars movies ever done. So thank you to J.J. Abrams and the entire cast. I would love to go into spoilers and talk to you about specific things that happen in this movie, but I'm not going to do that. Go out and see it, and then after you've seen it, hit me up and we'll talk about it for hours. But really, who gives a crap about the crowds? Go this weekend. Don't let this movie be spoiled for you, because it's so good. You need to see it with fresh eyes. So see it as soon as you can. I can't say enough great things about it. Again, thank you to everyone involved with The Rise of Skywalker. You have made this Star Wars fan exceptionally happy.